Hi there, it's Elaine here and welcome back to my channel, Chattylaine Creates. I thought I'd put together a little journal ready for my December. We're not going to call it daily because I'm not going to do it daily. It's going to be called 12 Days of Christmas, and I just so happen to have a scrapbooking pack from Mania Do Crafts, 12 Days of Christmas. Now, I've used some of these papers before in this pack in previous journals, but I'm going to be having a go at putting together I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. I've got two Amazon kind of brown bag things. They seem to send some of smaller items now in bags rather than the boxes, which I'm quite pleased about. They're quite sturdy. They're really thick brown paper, and I thought, let's make a journal cover with this, and I will put together the journal, and I'm probably not going to show you the whole process. I might show you bits of it, but I'm not going to be doing stitching on camera really, to be honest. I just wanted to show you what I'm going to come up with. So I'll probably show you the signatures as well at some point, and once I get the cover sorted out. But I am still waiting for some paper to arrive so I can use it in this journal. So yes, as you can see, it's red, blue and gold. I'm not a green lover, so this pack I really, quite enjoy using it. It's a very kind of, it's verging on a greeny blue, I suppose. I'm just trying to find one. It's blue, but it does have a very green tinge to the blue, if you know what I mean. So I think I can get away with it. So what I'm going to do is, that's front cover. So I've used some of these, especially this one. This was my favourite. I wish I just had loads of that because I love it. I don't have any of that left in the pack. I think mainly what I have are the squares of each. This is 8 maids of milking and 6 geese a laying, isn't it? Yeah. And various with the different day of each thing, really, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So there's your partridge in the pear tree. And what I want to do to start with is get the cover basically put together. What I think I'm going to use is probably, there's a couple of squares. That's a full sheet. There's some squares. See, that one, I've used one of the squares on that, probably in one of the journals previous to this. I'm sure there was one that I was thinking of. There's some that are a little bit more generic, I think. Yeah, here we are. Have a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. This is the one I was thinking of. It's actually got the partridge in the pear tree, and it's got all 12. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping. I don't really think you need to hear me singing that, do you? So, as you know, that's how it goes. Da 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 da. Right. So I think I might use that one on the front cover. I'm not too worried about the back cover, but we could put something like this, which is, nothing. Or this one maybe. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Maybe put that one on the back, I don't know. So I think that's what I'm going to probably use for the front. So we'll have to cut that out. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I've forgotten to bring my trimmer up here with me actually. I Not sure if I want to use this one and this one. Sorry, I've made it all dark now, so I'll put that over there. Let's put it over that way. This one I've folded in half, and the only thing is with this one, it does have the corners cut off the way it's been folded, so it's slightly different to that one. And also obviously I'm thinking of, I don't want this bit on it. I'm not quite sure. See, that side is where this was folded down. I kind of wanted to see how that will fit on the front. I don't know. I think I like this one better, really. The thing is, I don't know whether I can get that covered up. If I put it on the back, it's just that this is a little bit thin where I've torn it open. It's a little bit rucked up. Might have to do a bit of ironing. That will go on the front, and I could probably, I might be able to chop that bit off there. I don't know, and just glue it down. We'll see. So let's give it a go and see which one really works the best. I'm not sure if I like the corners on the other one, and I'm thinking of making a flap over, and I'll chop this bit off, this bad bit here. Let's do that. Let's get rid of it. I think I might have been nearly chopping me reindeer then. I don't need it this tall. What do you think? Yeah. It is hiding. So let's get some gluing done. I think what I'm going to do is, I think we're going to take the top off. Let's measure. Here's my ruler. See what size we want it. I think they're 6 by 6, so you know we've got to have at least 6, 7, 8. So what is it that way? About 7.5 nearly. So we could make it a square and cut it. If I can find my pencil. Right, so I think what we'll do is we'll just glue the bottom shut, and we will do it at, what did I say, 7.5? What's this way? 7.25, that is. So let's cut it off at 8, and then we've got a little bit of leeway if we need it then, haven't we? Right, so we'll go across here. Doesn't look very straight. I'm probably not holding it very straight. Ah! I have ripped my paper already. Damn. Take that off. So we go across there and across there. And we will cut it. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Silly woman. I wanted to cut this rough bit off here, didn't I? And I'm having it flat over that way. Am I? Yeah. So that opens out that way. And this way is not going to get in my way when I'm... Yeah, I've done it the wrong way around. Let's do it again. But it does help if we have it the right way. Rubber. I don't know where my rubber is. Now what we're working with then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick all this edge down. Where's my glue? I don't know what it'll be like because it's a bit cold up here. The weather's turned a bit cold and I've just bent my pin, which is not helpful. So, right, I'm going to stick all the way along here. It's sticky there, so I keep catching my hands on it. I fancied doing a little bit of a rough and ready job here. So that's the top, and it is open at the top. We could use it. So I think what we'll do is we'll stick this end down. Oops. Oh. Don't put it on the reindeer. Just that little bit of that. Smush down there. Did we do this one? I don't know. I don't know whether I did or not now. I think I did. There's still a little bit of a gap round the edge, but I kind of not bothered that much. I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to use mixed media much in this. We'll see how I go. I kind of want it to be a little bit of all sorts, I suppose. And whatever takes my fancy. Look, it says close here. There we go, we'll close there. I like that. I might even leave that showing. I really like it, but I need to rub that out at some point. I can't at the moment because I need to find my rubber eraser. Alright. Oh, I forgot all about it. I forgot to show you my backdrop, didn't I? So it's just me collaging down onto a bit of card that I've made to fit this part of my desk. Throughout the whole of December you'll see, well, you'll see the same part because I've actually washi taped it to the desk so it doesn't move about when I'm doing stuff and I'll get in a right pickle with it. So this is my front cover. Now, this being the Amazon logo is not very helpful. That side I probably will be able to cover that up. So I need to cover this up. I need something behind it. So what I was wondering is, I don't know, so you could do that one, but I think it's going to be a bit, use that one, couldn't we? As we're having the red on it, it will look quite nice like that, wouldn't it? So I'll go away and cut that out. So I'll be back in a moment. So here's front cover. I ended up cutting this one down, and because of the flap I couldn't centralise this because I didn't really want it going over here. So I put it off centre, and then I've made that one off centre so you can see a bit of brown around it. I cut the 12 Days of Christmas out the paper pack front cover, and I thought, yeah, that goes with everything because it's the right red and everything. So I thought, yeah, that'll do fine. I put this one over the back. Whether I decorate that anymore, I don't know. So I've stuck that in there, put a new fold in it. This is a pocket which I've taken a semicircle out of so you can get in there. And I thought, well, I lied. I am going to show you putting in the signature because I've done all this off camera. Because I did have a few issues. I mean, this actually went on crooked and various little things that are just too niggly. So I still have the opening at the top. And what will happen, obviously, once I've sewn it in, there'll be two pockets. That won't open, obviously, in the middle because the signature will be holding it down in the middle. At the moment, I'm not going to reinforce the spine area. I have got my signature here, where I've got some red paper, and I've got a bit of coffee dyed, tea dyed paper, and a few bits of, well, this one is from the paper pack. That's the other half of this. And that's another bit that was a cut off from the front, and just this one came out of a different paper pack. I liked all the snowflakes and stuff on it. I do love snowflakes. They could appear quite a lot in these snowflakes because I do love them, and they're all a bit shiny. So I think we will stitch it in. I've got my awl, and I'm not going to mark anything at all. I'm just going to go with it. Now the trouble is with these heavyweight, I mean it's only white on the back, but these heavyweight papers is they do tend to crack. And I must admit I didn't actually use the scorer to do it, so it could potentially crack, but we could end up putting stuff over that. I will be putting the strings dangles on the outside so it doesn't clutter up the middle of the book, as when it's closed it is going to be a little bit bulky, but I'll explain that once I've sewn it in. So I'm gonna put it slightly towards the top. I don't know, maybe I should put it in the middle more, because the thing is I'm just going to have a sliver of the white and down here will be brown, but if I do that you just get the brown and a touch of brown at the top. So I think I might do that. So we'll stick it down there like that. I'll pop that one on there like that, and I'm literally just going to go roughly in the middle. It'll be a bit tough because it's quite a lot of layers there. And then let me just check this little one's at the bottom. So we'll go about an inch in, and we'll put one there. It will be slightly different at the top because obviously the signature is slightly higher. So I'm going to try and do it So on the outside it looks fairly even, so it's a little bit lower there because it's a bit higher inside, but that's fine, and we'll go through and do that. So there's my holes. Now, do we want red and white, or do we want cream and sparkly gold? I think I quite like the red and white, because the sparkly gold one does tend to split. This one's not quite so bad. The gold thread makes it split. Now, I always do about 3.5, partly because I like long dangles, so, and I never really go, oh yes, there's the start. I go 1, 2, 3 and a bit more. So my measuring is not that, because quite often I have to take little bits off the end if they don't go in the needles. Right, let's find a needle in the tin. I use quite a big hole needle because obviously the thread is quite big, and it has got a point on it. I don't have any big hole needles that are a little bit blunter, so it's got quite a point on it. So we're going to put it in the hole. That's assuming I can thread it. Let's see if I can get that to go through. There we are. We're in. Right, I'm going to, shall I start at the top or shall I start in the middle? I think we'll have one in the middle. And I want it on the outside, so we're going to have to start on the outside of the book and go through the middle that way, because I want my dangles on the outside. So I'm going to leave quite a long length, usually, because it's not a very big book. I think what we'll do is we'll go in the top, like that, and then we'll go all the way. Oh, looks like I've got a bit off centre here. Didn't quite come out through. There we are. What have I done? I caught it wrong the book. There we are. I have pulled it through a bit too much, I think. Let's have a look. I think we will go the other way. Come on, what are you doing? Let's make it a bit longer before we put this one in, because now we don't want to split it. So what I tend to do is I kind of tug on it to tighten it in the hole, do a little wiggle through the hole, and we haven't gone through the thread. That's the way I do it anyway. And it needs to be the other side. There we are, stitched in. So if you pull it along, it tightens up both ways, but we don't want it too tight because otherwise it will tear the hole more, so we don't need them anymore. And we will, there's my needle, come here you. So we'll pull it tight. I don't need the needle. I never use the needle. I like to, this is quite bulky, so it's easier to sort of tighten. And we'll put a second knot in, just to be sure. There we go. One signature sewn in. And I don't think we need all of that lot, so we'll chop that off where the other one is. And there we go. I did have a bit too much. I still might have to take some more off that yet. But I do like my dangles. I might put some beads on it. Excuse me. Not quite sure if I'm coming down with a cold. I think my daughter's brought a cold back with her from her boyfriend's, well, her boyfriend's brother and his family have got it, so, and she's been helping them move in their new house over the weekend, which is very nice for them. So they're very happy. And the little boy, his name's Ezra, and he's a very cute little chap. So I'll just quickly flick through, because I've probably put much too many in here. Yeah, I can see that I missed it a bit there. Never mind. It don't bother me. It's only my journal and I don't care. I don't sell them. So this is from the paper pack. These are bought coffee dyed, I think. I bought some red paper because I wanted some red, and I love red, as you know. This is antique paper that I purchased. No, my daughter purchased it for me, gave it to me, and they're double-sided, so they're not white on the back. They are this kind of antiqued paper, both sides, which is quite nice. So I just folded that over, and we've made it a bit of a different width on each side of the signature. Where is it? See, it's a bit shorter that side, and I fold it over here to make a bit of a flap. And just generally a little tiny bit of that. I've made that into a flap because it'd be slightly too wide with it open. I just wanted a little tiddly one. Sometimes you can just put a little tiny thing on there. And I think what I'm going to do is go front to back because of the 12 days. I have, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's a half really. 8, 9 sheets, 9.5 sheets. And I was intending only putting 7 in, but there we are. Maybe 8 at a push, so I suppose we're a couple over. So because when it's shutting, it's going to be doing that, I'm going to put some kind of tie on here. I'm not quite sure what yet. I could use this one, I suppose, and I might just put a hole in, tie it, and then just wrap it round, I think. Or I'll see if I've got some red. I know I've got red ribbon, but I don't think I've got this red ribbon left. I think I might have some red sari silk ribbon, so I might use that. I don't think I'm going to decorate the back anymore. It'll just be like that unless I suddenly decide I want to put something on it. But there is my journal ready to go, and I might put a few beads on it. I don't know yet. Well, I do have some bells, so we could put some bells on because they're up here. Let's get my bells box out. There we are. And I might have some charms somewhere, I don't know. I've got my Christmas box up here. Their words. What are these? Ooh, gold reindeer. They're actually called confetti. You know, people put them on tables and things to decorate them. But I thought I might be able to use those in the book. So I've got quite a few different ones of those, snowflakes and things. So this is my little bell box. And these are my big bells. And oh, that's a few tags in there. Do we want a big bell like that? Or I've got a little red bell. Or lots of silver bells. Oh, I've got some big silver bells. I don't think I've got any gold ones. So what shall we have on there? Should we have this red one? It's more goldy, this one, isn't it? Because of the gold paper. So I won't put a silver one on. I'm just going to put that one on for now. So we jingle all the time when we're using it. And the reason I do it for it so long, of course, is so it doesn't interfere and it will just hang off the end of the book. So let's put this through here. At least we've got a little bit of decoration on it then, haven't we? Go through, go through, go through. Oh no, that's right, I can chop that off if I can get it through. There we are. I'll chop that bit off. That'll be fine, that'll be fine. Get rid of that. And we're gonna tie it around itself, I think, like so, and then we'll chop that little bit off there, and we have a bell. Yay! And he hangs down past it. Yeah. So I just need to put a hole in here. I have got my whole punchy thing here, my single one. So we could use that, couldn't we? I don't have my crocodile up here. I have to bring it up with me when I need it. So I'll try and get it in the middle. We have a hole. We do. And I'm gonna just put a load of this on, I think. And if I decide I want ribbon, I'll do that afterwards. So I think what I'll do is if I just tie it around, I'll leave a bit of a dangle like that. Not moving. And what we do is we'll just tie it round. There's lots of dangly bits, isn't there? Tie it round, and then I can tie this together in a bow, like so. Like so, like so. Oh, hang on a minute. No, that's that one, isn't it? Let's put a bow on for now. There we are. Don't think I need all that lot. Here we go. How's that? Put them over there, out the way. And we don't need that anymore. So put that back in there. And there we are, done. I think I might like a ribbon on it, really. I think it might look pretty. I might have this one with some, I might have some charms somewhere. I'll have to have a look. I'll have to have a look. There we go. Now then, let's just, what I do is I kind of poke the, yeah, I've really gone off on that one. Never mind. Never mind. It's done. So that's it for this video, and I will be coming along next time. It will be the first day of my, well, I've given it away really, 12 days of Christmas. So I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Keep well, and I will see you in day 1. Bye for now.